The obsidian chamber of the Galactic Council fell silent as Ambassador Fiza stepped through the quantum gate, her boots echoing against the crystalline floor. Around her, representatives from 1,000 worlds watched with barely concealed contempt. The humans had been summoned to answer for their crimes, and the Council expected contrition. They would receive something else entirely. Fiza's dark eyes swept across the amphitheater, taking in the assembled species. The Krillian hive mind pulsed with violet bioluminescence, their collective consciousness radiating disapproval. The Ascended Ones of Proxima floated in their containment spheres, ancient and arrogant. Even the peaceful Vadani had turned their leaf-like appendages away from her in symbolic rejection. Ambassador Fiza of Earth, Supreme Arbiter Velkoth intoned, his forearms spreading wide in judgment. You stand accused of the most heinous act in galactic history. Your species has violated the Treaty of Celestial Knot. 12 Krillian colony worlds, reduced to ash, 17 billion souls, extinguished. How do you answer these charges? Fiza smiled, and it was not a pleasant expression. With facts, she said calmly, producing a data crystal from her uniform. Shall we review what your precious treaty actually says, Arbiter? Before Velkoth could respond, Fiza activated the crystal. Holographic projections filled the chamber, displaying star charts, communications logs, and surveillance footage that made even the most composed council members shift uncomfortably. 3 years ago, Earth applied for council membership, Fiza began, her voice cutting through the chamber like a blade. We were denied, called primitive, warlike, unworthy of standing among the civilized species of the galaxy. She advanced toward the center of the amphitheater, her presentation following her like an accusation. 6 months later, the Krillian hive mind established mining operations in the Kuiper Belt. When we protested, you told us we had no legal standing. When Krillian ships fired upon our research station, killing 200 scientists, you called it a regrettable misunderstanding. The hologram shifted, showing the aftermath of the attack. Bodies floating in space, children's drawings on the walls of the Habitat's Recreation Center. When we demanded justice, you offered mediation. When we sought compensation, you suggested we adapt to galactic norms. So we did. Fiza's smile grew sharper. We adapted brilliantly. The scene changed again, now showing Earth's solar system from above. What had once been a simple arrangement of planets was now fortified with weapons platforms, shield generators, and massive shipyards that dwarfed anything the Council had seen from a developing species. While you dismissed us as primitive, we were learning, Fiza continued. Every species you've encountered has followed the same technological path. Warp drives, energy shields, plasma weapons, or derivative of the ancient technology you hoard in your archives. She gestured, and the hologram displayed something new. Ships unlike anything in the Council's database. Angular, brutal, covered in weapons that seem to bend the laws of physics. But humans, we don't follow paths. We make them. Supreme Arbiter, Velkoth leaned forward, his translator struggling to convey his concern. What manner of vessels are these? The future, Fiza replied. Or rather, your past. See, while you were congratulating yourselves on your enlightenment, we were studying, not just your technology, but your history. Every species in this council achieved spaceflight, joined the galactic community, and promptly stopped innovating. Why invent when you can import? Why struggle when you can simply adopt established solutions? The chamber erupted in indignant protests, but Fiza spoke over them. We found your vulnerability in your complacency. Those 12 Krillian colonies, they weren't destroyed by violence. They were destroyed by evolution. The hologram now showed microscopic organisms, beautiful and terrible in their complexity. We introduced a tailored retrovirus to their atmospheric processes, harmless to every species in the galaxy except the Krillian. Their hive mind, so efficient, so perfectly networked, became their downfall. The virus rewrote their genetic code, severing the neural links that made them civilized. Horror spread through the chamber like a physical wave. They're not dead, Arbiter Fiza said softly. They've reverted. Every Krillian on those worlds has become individual again. Separate, alone. They're experiencing something they haven't felt in 10,000 years. Impendence, this is barbarism. Someone shouted. No, Fiza corrected. This is reciprocity. You attacked our people when we couldn't defend ourselves. You hid behind laws that protected you but didn't apply to us. You taught us that in the galactic community, strength determines rights. She turned to address the entire council. So we became strong, and now, we're offering you a choice. Behind her, the hologram displayed Earth's new fleet. Hundreds of ships, each one bearing weapons the council couldn't classify or counter. Earth hereby withdraws its application for council membership, Visa announced. Instead, we're founding our own alliance, the Terran Coalition, open to any species tired of council bureaucracy, any world that values innovation over tradition, any civilization that believes in defending itself. You cannot, Velkov began. We already have, Visa interrupted. 17 species have joined us in the past month. Worlds you neglected, colonies you abandoned. They remember how the council protected them. She walked toward the quantum gate, then paused. Oh, and Arbiter, we've been monitoring your communications. We know you're planning a military response. We know you're assembling your fleets. We even know about the ancient weapon you're preparing. To deploy the celestial purifier you used to, sterilize the forgotten sectors. The chamber fell deathly. Silent hears humanity's message to the Galactic Council, Visa said, her voice carrying absolute certainty. Come at us, and we won't destroy you. We'll do something worse. We'll leave you behind. While you're debating and voting and following your precious protocols, we'll be advancing, building, innovating. In 100 years, you'll be a curiosity. In 1,000, a cautionary tale. She stepped toward the gate, then delivered her final words. Earth doesn't want war, Council. We want what you denied us. The choice is yours. Recognize us as equals, or watch as we make you irrelevant. As the quantum gate swallowed up, leaving the Council in stunned silence, Supreme Arbiter Velkoth realized something terrifying. For 10,000 years, the Galactic Council had been the supreme power in the known galaxy. They had witnessed the rise and fall of countless civilizations, always maintaining their position through wisdom, technology, and unity. But they had never encountered a species like humanity before, a species that didn't ask for permission, a species that rewrote the rules rather than following them, a species that, when pushed, didn't just push back, they rebuilt the entire game. The council chamber remained silent long after Visa's departure. Each representative knew that everything had changed. The age of council dominance was ending, the age of humanity had begun, and there was absolutely nothing they could do to stop it.